been trying to climb the trucking economic ladder? If so, what kind of progress have you made? Or do you even know what that is? I want you to think about corporate America. What is the corporate ladder? It's you working for a job, being there for 20 plus years, climbing up the ranks, networking with people, increasing your net worth. That's pretty much what it entails of trying to climb the corporate ladder. In the trucking industry, the trucking ladder is you increasing yourself, your market value, to see what you can provide to the trucking industry. There is no possible way that you are going to be able to climb the trucking ladder by being a dry van driver. It's just not going to work out. It doesn't work like that. While the corporate ladder and the trucking ladder are very different, it has a little bit of similarities. And that's what I'm going to be talking about today. So let's get into it. The economic ladder of a truck driver. I learned a very important lesson when I was 24 years old. What I learned was that we get paid for the value that we bring to the marketplace. It doesn't matter who you are as a person. If you are able to bring a useful skill set to the marketplace, you will be compensated. That's how the marketplace works in any industry. The reason that I was able to double my income at the age of 24, the reason that I was able to go from making $30,000 as a warehouse worker to making $60,000 as a truck driver in the oil field was because I was able to obtain my CDL, my commercial driver license. What you have to understand is that the marketplace is not a mysterious place that works on its own accord, governed by entities hiding in the shadows. No, the marketplace is made up of people just like you and me. Two important things I have learned from reflecting and looking back is, number one, you get paid by the value that you bring to the marketplace, and number two, you get paid for what you become. If you become a truck driver, a driver trainer, a car hauler, or even an owner-operator, you will get paid very differently. So you get paid for what you bring to the table and you get paid for what you become. Trucking companies will look at your resume and see exactly what it is that you bring to the industry. Are you just a driver with 0 endorsements? Okay, you'll get paid the lowest wage possible that a truck driver makes, especially if you're just starting out. Do you have all your endorsements, several years of experience, and be able to run specialty loads? You will be rewarded for your set of skills. Even though both of those drivers have a CDL, each of them will get paid according to what they bring to the trucking industry. Trucking manufacturers, trucking software engineers, mega carriers are always looking to see how they can improve their product they provide to the marketplace. I would highly recommend for you to start doing the same. Just in case you didn't know, you are a product to these carriers, and the carriers are only looking to buy the best product available, which is you, for a premium price. If you are not getting paid a premium price, that is because you are not a premium product. You get paid for what you bring to the marketplace. I want you to burn that inside your brain. I know many truck drivers that are getting paid a premium price and they didn't get there just by having a naked CDL fresh out of school. There is tons of money flowing around in the trucking industry. Doesn't matter if the market is good or bad, money will never be stopped from spreading around, and truck drivers will get paid accordingly to what they bring. Once I came to the realization of how the economic ladder works in the trucking industry, I could no longer find myself wasting time being asleep. From that point on, I understood the following. A formal education will get you money, but self-education could get you financial freedom. Having to pick up a book on your own accord is extremely important if you want to find success in this industry. So I devoted as much time as I could. I made it a priority every single day for 2 years to develop myself as a truck driver. Not only develop my mind, but my body also. A strong body is a strong mind. A strong mind is a healthy body. How you look is how you feel, and how you feel is who you become. The importance of developing yourself and getting self-educated is something that nobody's going to teach you. There is not a single person in this world that cares more about your problems than yourself. Not your parents, not the schools, not the company you work for, and especially not the government. It is up to you to become a better version of yourself. It is up to you to accomplish the goals and aspirations that you have. It is up to you to read a book, learn about money, and start making wise investments. Your brain is the biggest investment that you could ever make. The type of returns that you'll get in the future could be life changing. But we don't want to invest in ourselves. Why? Because it is not something that we can touch, feel, or smell. But the type of returns that it will yield, unimaginable. If I was you, I would start to get worried about what type of food you're feeding your brain. Your brain is the most powerful tool and asset that you have. And you have decided to let it go to waste, to let it rot inside your skull. Unbelievable. The audacity and nerve that some of you truck drivers have. I dropped out of college at the age of 20, thinking that I had it all figured out, that I didn't need school in order to become successful in life, that school was for suckers and people that needed to go to school needed extra help navigating this world. I was completely wrong. From the time that I graduated high school to the age of 24, I kept jumping from job to job, thinking that the next job will be better and it will solve all my financial issues. After living paycheck to paycheck for so long, not knowing if I was going to be able to afford rent that month, I knew something had to change. I began looking and searching for a mentor that could hopefully help me fix my life. Not only to fix it, but to help me build the necessary skills that I needed to provide the marketplace in order for me to start making more money from my newly found skill set. When I finally found someone to help me out, to aid me and consult me, he simply said this: you need to stop doing whatever it is that you're doing. It is not working and you're only hurting yourself by repeating the same mistakes over and over again. You will also need to get rid of all the excuses that you have, like the cost of living is too high, everyone is against me, little poor me just can't get ahead. He wanted me to list all the excuses that I had on a piece of paper and throw it away. Then I can get a new piece of paper and write a single word on it. Me. The answer to all my problems could be found within myself. He told me the answer to solving all my problems wasn't to list out all the challenges that I was facing. The answer lies with what I was doing when an obstacle appeared before me. How was I handling the situation besides complaining and whining? Sometimes we just need a little different perspective in order to see what we are failing. When a problem presents itself, what is your reaction? You will either become a victim or a problem solver. One of the lessons that I learned from him is that one person's income is determined by his personal mindset. If you can change your mindset of how you view difficulties, then everything around you will change as well. This also includes your income. As fairy tale as it might sound, this strategy works on every single body. There's a good reason why people want to become truck drivers, and those reasons is the amount of income you can make. But how can you go from $60K a year to making a few $100,000 a year? That's the $1,000,000 question, and the answer is mindset. You could wait for the government to step in and increase the rates, adopting the government intervention mindset. However, you will never become a top earner if you're waiting for the government to come rescue you. You could also beg the company you work for to give you a major raise, but that would never happen either. That's the mindset of a beggar, pleading for more money that you're currently making from a carrier that doesn't care about you. They don't even know your name. They know you by your truck number, like humanoid robots that operate their equipment. Even if you joined a group of truckers that went on strike to raise wages, that's the mindset of a collective confrontation. Like union workers that band together to go on a strike, that will never work, and you have only put a rate target on yourself from these greedy carriers. None of those mindsets will help you achieve your goals of financial freedom, so you will need to think outside the box. A new perspective is needed. It is quite possible to become a successful truck driver in America despite all the obstacles that are going to appear. But it all starts with your mindset. So what is it that you can do? What can you change inside your head in order to start seeing results? The answer is the last mindset, the mindset of self-development. With this mindset, you will do what is necessary to improve yourself and your capabilities. You will learn to do more and become someone who does more. If you use the mindset of personal development, the economic ladder of a truck driver belongs to you. You have opened new possibilities for yourself. Even if you are working for a company, if you become more valuable to them by acquiring more skills than driving a truck, you will earn more. That's how you climb the ladder. Learn more, do more, make more. Not everyone that is a truck driver makes the same, and not everyone making the same is doing the same job. Those who have the most options are more free to move as they see fit. It is much easier to come down the ladder than trying to climb it. If you think you have it hard in America, think again. Try becoming a truck driver in any other country and see how well that goes for you. Wouldn't even last a few weeks driving elsewhere. Whining all day saying that this current market is too hard to make it, rates are low and nobody wants to help. Wrong. No. What you need to do is change your mindset into a better thinking one. Another misconception truck drivers have is that they can't dramatically increase what they are earning. Completely wrong. In America, truck drivers earn a minimum of $50,000 per year. However, you don't have to search for very long before you find out that some truck drivers make $100,000 per year or even more. And that's whether the market is good or bad. We are currently experiencing possibly the worst trucking economic crisis in over a decade, but I can guarantee you there are still truck drivers making six figures. It's all about what type of skills you bring into the industry. The trucking economic ladder doesn't end there. In fact, it just keeps going up. Part of self-educating yourself is that there are endless possibilities in the trucking industry and they are all around you. Remember this, your income is determined by your skills, education, and a mindset that keeps evolving as the current climate changes. The trucking economic ladder doesn't restrict anyone from climbing it. Anyone can start the process of going up one step at a time, even those fresh out of trucking school. In trucking, there are so many avenues of making income that you can't even start to comprehend the different sources that money flows through. You can buy trucks, you can become a broker, you can buy trailers and rent them out, you can even start your own dispatching service. That's just a few, the list goes on and on. The barrier to entry to any of those is extremely low. You don't even need a CDL on majority of the businesses in the trucking industry. All you need is a different mindset. If your life is not going the way you want it to go, you better start to change the way you are doing things. If you work hard on your job, you make a living. If you work hard on yourself, you can make a fortune. Success is not something you chase after. Success is something you attract by becoming an attractive person. The way you can gain financial freedom is not by hoping it was easier, but rather by becoming better.